Hello, my friends, and welcome. Yes, it's a Monday morning here in Dubai. I'm fresh. I took a day off yesterday because, family needs some attention as well. So I did that. If we do not focus on family while we're making money as well, we're going to lose one or both. You always have to have that balance, my friends. All right? No, I did pretty good with my income, right? This month. So I threw my daughters a few dollars, a couple $100, yeah. And they said, why are you giving us this, Daddy? Both of them saying, what's this for? And that's when I knew I was raising my daughters right, because they looked at me suspiciously. They were waiting for the follow-up on what I needed them to do, because I made this policy from a very, very young age. From time they were like 6 or 7, when I would give them, a little allowance. I never give them money without insisting that they do some work for it. Doesn't matter what it was, just a small amount. So they ask, so what do you want us to do? What do you want me to do? And I just said, nothing. And I got the side eye like, really? They're waiting. They're literally waiting. And I just laughed. I said, no, just Daddy feeling good today. He's in a good mood. And I said, I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit extra on your allowance. And they're like, wow. Of course, half an hour later, I said to their mother, who usually pays them out, listen, I already gave them 100 out of their allowance, so next payment, that comes out of it. And they're like, no, that was not the deal. That was not the deal. Of course, I'm pulling their leg, but the point is, guys, never, ever give your kids money for free. Do not ever groom them to that. And that's the reason in this segment of Let's Talk Money.
Let's talk money. Let's talk money. Let's talk money. With the older man, he's got the wisdom, honey. Remember whenever you're in doubt, always ask an older man, he'll show you the right ride. Oh, the wisdom of the elders.
Yes, and now we're going to listen to the awesome Gary V, one of the most incredible internet sensations. He made a mint coming from nothing as an immigrant. Let's listen to what he said about kids and money.
You say, Gary, I'm struggling. I need grit for my kid, did this, that. And I'm like, stop giving them money. The people that just laughed and clapped are still putting them on the payroll. This is the jungle. And right now, parenting and modern parenting is creating zoo animals. We're caging them and protecting them. I don't know if you know what happened back in the day with zoos. They would run animals and then they would put them back in the wild. Those animals died within the first day. Because if you're a zebra chilling in the Bronx Zoo, and then they put you out there in Africa, a lion is eating your ass within a day. We overcoddle. We've eliminated merit. Our society, well-intended, decided to invent crazy stuff like 8th place trophies. And so we've lost our way out of good intent. Because let me tell you a dirty secret, parents that are putting kids on payroll. I'm getting the DMs also from the 25-year-olds. And here's the insight that is not being talked about in public. A 25-year-old that has their parents paying for their lifestyle is subconsciously and now starting to consciously understand that their parent doesn't think they're capable of. You think you're helping, but you're creating levels of insecurity. And so these are complicated matters. I get it. When you love something more than breathing and yourself, of course you're going to do. But there's a reason that we talk about grit. It's because it's going away, because it's really frothy out there. You can't have grit if mommy and daddy give you money.
We have to pound this message hard into our kids. And for those of the younger generation that are just getting into raising your kids, please adopt the same attitude that I just told you about with my kids, especially if they're girls. They have to work for what they get. There has to be a reward system after the work has been completed. Otherwise, all you're doing is raising a bunch of entitled, spoiled brats that will fail in society. When you put them out in the real world, they're going to get slaughtered. In all of my videos, I need to throw in a little bit of humor, right? So this is a scammer who has called this woman, but he don't know that she knows that he's trying to scam her, and she is driving him insane. And it shows you two things, right? Be careful. You better be able to identify when you're getting scammed. And the second message you're going to learn from this is how much a woman will drive you insane. Because if you find that your woman or modern women are using the same techniques to drive a man absolutely insane, listen to how crazy this woman drive this man, right? And see her face, because this is as natural as life is for her. For a man living in India in a different culture where women are taught to shut up and stay in a place, this is driving him insane. So just listen to this, man.
You're sending me another $5,220? Why?
Ma'am, you are not giving a chance to speak, ma'am. Please give me a chance to speak. Please, for God's sake. You need to pay me back with the help of the gift card, which is called Target.
Now the Target?
Oh, man. Ma'am, you are not letting me talk. Okay, once you're done talking, then you give me the permission to talk, then I will talk.
I don't understand why you want me to go to these department stores.
Can you please, ma'am?
You mean the gift card? What are you talking about, a gift card?
Ma'am, if you, please listen to me, mother chod.
Why are you shouting?
And ma'am, can you give me a chance to speak? Why you have to go to the store? I'm telling you, you listen to me, please.
You want me to buy you a gift card for like Burger King?
No Burger King stuff, mother chod. Listen, mother chod.
Why are you yelling at me?
You're not listening to me.
You're not listening to me.
Ma'am, can you tell me one thing? Are you seriously a human being or alien?
Are you seriously a human being or you're an alien? That, my friend, is what Western modern men have to put up with. Okay? Let's go to the next video.
Car don't make you rich. Cars only impress broke people. Liabilities only impress broke people. Clothes only impress broke people. Bags only impress broke people. Shoes only impress broke people. You behaving like you have money only impress broke people.
And this is a fact. I tend to bring this up all of my money videos because it is the number one thing that will stop young men from advancing quickly in life is the cars, the rims. It is literally pouring money into something that is not going to give you a return. Unless you find a piece of junk, build it, repair it, and sell it, the car is the worst investment you'll make. Same thing with buying a house. Same thing with buying jewelry. Same thing with buying clothes. It is literally buying a label that does not do anything for you. Because the women that you're trying to impress with that kind of crap, they're not interested in you. They're interested in the crap that you bought. And if you cannot sustain that over a period of time, she's gone. So please, gentlemen, listen to every single one of my Let's Talk Money videos. I'm going to tell you, stay away from cars.
Black ignorance is a mega billion-dollar industry. There were statistics that show that just with fake hair and fake nails in America, they make $7 billion a year out of black people. Out of black people. So it's black ignorance, it's a mega billion-dollar industry. Once you understand that part, that the things that we need to design them ourselves.
You heard what he said. The things that we need to design them ourselves. However, I can't see them designing Indian black hair.
Imam doang. Itu kita sangat ini yang
Asian black hair. These are the places where the majority of black weaves or hair comes from. If it's synthetic, made out of plastic, that's a different story. Black people can make that 24/7. It's nothing difficult about it. It's literally petroleum. It's not that difficult per se. In other words, it's attainable. But natural black hair coming out of Asia, no, we can't reproduce that. But black people, we spend a hell of a lot of money on stuff that other people make. It's insane. So the brother has a point. Let's hear some comments. Oh, here comes the woman and their excuses. Nicole Williams says, please only speak about the country you're from, anger face. Somebody responded to her, the truth hurts. Michelle Laws came back and say, not to mention bleaching cream sales in Africa. In other words, it's insane how women can just ignore the facts and not listen to the message. They will not take anything from the message. They're too busy feeling insulted. When a man from the motherland is telling you, hey, that is where the problem is. Did he tell a lie? Did he tell any freaking lies? The answer is no. Take the truth, absorb the truth, and then say, thank you, brother. Thank you. You are right. Let me look and see what I can start producing as a black person that could help my people. Jesus, it's insane. Knight 4938 said, and black women thinks these false stuff impress black men, but it doesn't. We love you in all your natural state. And that's a fact. Black women would just have that sense of security to go out in her natural state and just be her. Just be her. You will see the difference in results you get from black men. Be nice, be natural. Trust me, you will get a different result from black men. I challenge every single black woman who wears a weave, who wears a wig, who wears the false eyelashes, who wears the false nails, and all the other adornments. Just leave the house natural, clean face, little bit of lipstick, little gloss, little eyeliner. That's fine. That's all. That's all you need. Beautiful black skin under there. Natural plaits, braids. Even if you just put on a nice little, what do you call those things where you wrap your head in, you know? I can't remember the name of them. Just wrap your hair. If you don't feel like combing your hair one day, just put a head wrap on. Done. Men will love you for that shit. Don't get it.
So in other cultures, for example, in West Africa and the Caribbean, groups save using an informal rotating savings club called a susu.
Ooh, that's fun.
So here's how it works. A group of people get together and contribute an equal amount of money into a fund, and they set intervals. So it's like monthly or weekly.
It's like $100 a month. We're all going to throw money into this pot.
That's right. Yep. So the total pool is called the hand, and it's paid out to one of the members of the club on a previously agreed upon schedule. And the pool rotates until all the members receive their share.
What? This doesn't make sense. You know the old saying, it takes a village. That's how most of the world still operates.
Yes, that's
right.
You
take care of each other. The parents move back in with the kids, and this also bleeds into savings. So let's talk about how the savings structure works.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh when I hear white people talk about these things like, oh my God, this is amazing. And black people have been doing that all our lives, you know? In our country, Cayman, we call them partner, right? And I think it's the same term they use in Jamaica. I think we came from Jamaica. But in all different parts of the world, it's called different names. So I'll name some of them for you. That's how my Igbo Nigerian mother saved enough to send me to engineering school. So I'll read this one. She said, in Jamaica, it's called a partner. If you scam one, you're going to jail. Yes, it has to have a system of trust between everybody. And I don't know how that would work in today's society, to be honest with you. Listen, my father, I remember him contributing to these when I was young because he never went to the bank to get a mortgage. He was just a bartender. Everything was done through partner. He would get a partner. He would probably have about 15 guys come together. Everybody throw in $500 a month in the pot, right? One guy would get that $7,500 and he would take that money. He would go buy a certain amount of blocks and concrete, enough building material to run up 2 or 3 walls in the house. And his friends would come in and help him build out those walls in that house. Yes, while 4 of us would live in one room while the rest of the house is being built. Today, that's a 5-bedroom house, by the way. It started off as a 2-bedroom, then it went to 3, and then it grew to a 5-bedroom house later on. The bank never got involved. No money was borrowed from the bank for our house. And to this date, still own that house. My parents have passed, but we still own it and we rent it out. Okay? That's called generational wealth. This person says, makes perfect sense. We have it in South Africa too. It's called Stockville. S-T-O-K-Vel. Stockville. Yeah. In Korea, it's called G. Oh man, these words are going to kill me. GEH. Problem with this system is that people who get paid first might move, leave, not pay in the system. Another case was when the person managing the money skips town with the money. The system only runs when those 2 possibilities are close to none. And this is the problem with the system, yes. Back in the day when societies were smaller, your reputation was everything. You wouldn't dare do that because no one else in that town or city would ever do business with you again. Your reputation is screwed. In Jamaica and in Caribbean, you would get locked up. You'd be put in prison. But nowadays, man, things are different. I don't know how else you would have to set it up. You'd have to garner wages or whatever. I don't know how it would have to be done. But the problem is that these systems kept big banks from charging you obscene amount of interest. Banks are no different than gangsters, man, loan sharks. They have a monopoly on lending money. These systems, no interest was ever garnished from any individual. It was a clean, hey, this week you get your partner. You get the bulk of it. You get the payment. Then next week you're paying for the next year. You are paying your $500 a month to repay what you got. Equal exchange. So that was before credit cards, etc. And no interest was charged. I wish we could bring that back. So I'm telling you this, guys, just in case you have enough people in your society that you can actually start this program again. Imagine having a partner that literally would pay off your credit card, stop the interest from eating away at you, and then you pay the balance back over a certain amount of time, instead of paying an extra 30 to 40% on that credit card, which is money you would save. Just throwing out ideas. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel when I'm talking money. I'm just trying to give you a better way of making money that are simple, that are effective. Now, this is one thing that you want to stay away from, gentlemen. This is called network marketing, or they call it pyramid schemes. They have so many different names for it. Affiliate marketing. I don't know what you know it by, but the thing is, I have tried a few of them over my lifetime. And if you hear your friend coming at you with this crap, just run the other way. Just shut it down quickly, okay? Don't get dragged into it.
I'll do it. No worries. Thanks, mentor. Why are you in a suit? Just came back from a business meeting. I'm gonna make some passive income. Yo, you wanna make some passive income? Bro, residual income. You guys should come to my business meeting. How much have you made? Bro, you're so small-minded. Bro, you gotta think about the bigger picture, bro. You're so small-minded. Bro, how's your job?
It's good. I work full time.
Every day? You seriously would trade time for money? Bro, don't you know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day and expecting a different result? You gotta think and grow rich, my friend. Passive income. You cut hair, right? Yeah. Can you imagine if you got more barbers and they got more barbers under them and you all cut hair, but you got a bit at the top? Isn't that a pyramid? It's so easy. We're gonna be rich. You just have to get Isn't that a pyramid? Stupid. Bro, imagine he gets somebody, and then these 2 people get more people, and you get me. Look!
Looks like a pyramid.
You guys are so small-minded!
How are you doing?
Probably pretty good soon.
Yeah. That's how I used to sound back in the day when I got sucked into these things. And I was doing pretty good as well because I was good at convincing people. However, Most of them just disappeared after a while, just died off. I lost people who actually used to trust me on these things. But I learned. You live and learn, and now I'm trying to make sure that you guys don't make the same mistake. There are tons of ways to make money without going into some sort of pyramid scheme.
Probably the greatest marketing strategy that you've never heard of. It's called reverse graffiti, and basically what it is using a stencil to pressure wash a business into concrete. So that way it cannot be picked up, it can't be moved around, and everybody who walks past it sees it. Now, for pressure washing businesses, I can see how this would be very beneficial because first and foremost, you could sell this service to other businesses. You can also sell the cleaning of the entire walkway to whoever owns it. So you basically win on both sides. Let me know down below. Would you guys give this a try?
That's not a bloody bad idea. Simple. Cleaning the sidewalk, but you're using a stencil to stencil in a message. Hey, man, it's not like you're painting on the sidewalk. You're cleaning it. Wow, that's a brilliant idea. They can't say that you're graffitiing the place. No, I just cleaned it. But I only cleaned in very specific areas. That's it. That is a brilliant idea. Come on, let me know. Wow. Now, my American friends, before you listen to this one, please understand, I do not get involved with politics in any country, but I am concerned about economics. I am also a U.S. investor in the stock market. I keep a very keen eye on politics and the U.S. economy in order to make sure that my money stays safe. This part here is for you, for Americans, to be very observant of what's going on in your society. Take a listen.
This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off $2,000 to $3,000. Impossible. Because what happens, it comes up here, we spend it. We're $35 trillion in debt. We don't have any money. We're dead broke. We are in huge trouble. In this body, we had better start figuring that out because we're going to have a run on this city here soon, and there's going to be about 150 million people coming up here saying, where's our damn money that we paid in? I could have put my Social Security money, 40 years, in tax in the market, and probably be worth 8 to 10 million today. But the federal government wasted it. People are going to have to work, continue to work longer and longer. Am I right, Ms. Ginger? Can you say something about Social Security?
Yeah, and I'd like to point out when Social Security was first founded, those who established it was started out as a 2% tax, and they said this will never take more than 6% of your income. Today, it takes 12.4%. And depending on whether you go with CBO or Social Security trustees, it needs to take between 15.8 and 17.5%.
This is all a scam.
Wow. My American brothers, you need to learn how to protect yourselves. Yes, you cannot depend on Social Security until you pass away. You need to find other sources of investing your funds because America is broke. America runs on credit. I don't know if this was in the Senate or the House. I don't know. But let's read a few of the comments. This gentleman said, "Oh, Lord, Trump can't possibly get elected fast enough." I don't think that the president is going to make a big difference, to be honest with you. Regardless of which president you have in office, this isn't going to make any difference. I keep telling you guys that, the presidents basically don't make the rules. They're just the icing on the cake, so to speak. The real cake, House and the Senate. It doesn't matter which party is in control. This gentleman get it. He said, "Great question. Nobody can answer Biden or Trump. Nothing I'm going to change. We live in an oligarchic society. Corporations run everything." There we go. This gentleman got it 100%. The country is run by corporations. Corporations pays the politician. That's it. Let's go to another country and see where they're at when it comes to housing in city. This is out of Hong Kong.
Yep, this dystopian nightmare is actually real, as hundreds of thousands of people everywhere are being forced to live in these units for just being alive. People were terrified after over 220,000 families in Hong Kong were forced to live in an apartment unit smaller than most average coffins. Shocking reports show most of the residents only being able to fit a narrow bed and not enough space to be able to fully lie flat or to sit up, with many of these units being covered in chicken wire and metal beds. Many say that they would get more space and more freedom in prison. These units are made by dividing up one apartment room to house 30 families in that one room. and priced at 2,100 Hong Kong dollars per unit, and the price is still shooting up. What once was just an area for immigrants coming from China has become a permanent living situation for thousands. This is many people's only option, and it seems these homes will become more and more common as prices soar. Yep, this dystopian nightmare is actually real, as hundreds of thousands of people everywhere are being forced to live in these units for just being alive.
Whew, that is some scary shit. As we get older, gentlemen, there are certain realities that are coming true that are not beautiful at all. Because I can tell you, watching what's going on in big cities makes you realize that there is a serious problem. Governments are trying to pack you into cities so that they can get control. They need to control you. It's not as if you don't have enough space to house everybody in this world. Because I think somebody said it here in a comment. Zamzam said, people talking about overpopulation. There is none. China occupies only 10% of the east of its land. The rest of the 90% western landmass is empty. The problem is everyone wanting to live in an overly populated city and the governor developing other new cities. If you actually distributed the entire population throughout the entire land masses, everyone would have an acre of land to live on. And it's the same in every country, not just China. Absolutely, we know this. It's the huge metropolitan cities and everyone just wanting to live there. If governments would find ways to build more cities, no one would squeeze themselves into such a situation. Yeah, it's a problem, man. I mean, we're forced into these confined, small spaces, congested, controlling people. If we could get people out of the cities into the countryside, enjoying fresher air, removing traffic jams, living slower, right? Just enjoying the freedom of nature. We would all be much better off. But everybody's looking for the excitement. The young people are looking for the excitement of the cities. When the young people leave, then pretty much countries, people living in the countryside, that collapses. That's where the problem is. Flat Arthur said, this is happening in all major cities around the world. Cities are all failing, becoming lifetime debt trap. We need to decentralize everywhere. Yes. Arowell said, the thing is, this is very much avoidable. We have enough space and food for at least 16 billion people on Earth. It is simply that corruption, waste, and institutional corporate greed creates this kind of scarcity. Yeah, exactly. Wow. But that is a scary look at life, man. All right, I'm going to do one more because this is a great tip for you guys to understand if you have your own business. Let's have a listen.
There's only 5 ways you can get more customers. Number 1 is you reach out to people privately. So you cold call, cold DM, cold email, whatever. The next one is that you make content that attracts people to you. The third is that you run paid ads. The fourth is that you get affiliates and partners. And then finally, customers tell other customers.
Yeah, pretty much. He nailed it. If you have a small business and you're trying to find different ways to get customers, there are technically only those 5 ways. I've thought of more, but each one that I think that is different, when you go back to the simple fact of it, it involves one of these 5 things he said. Talking to more people, physical contact. One of the best ways. Making content. Whether it's with YouTube, TikTok, whatever platform you use, it's still making content. And then on and on and on and on. It doesn't matter. Those are the 5 ways. So if you guys, any of you are in your own business and you start to get blocked, just listen to that. Find which ones that you haven't used yet and see if you can find a method within those 5 different ways in order to push your business. Okay? All right, guys, I think this is enough today for Let's Talk Money. Go forth, my friends, and make some money. This is the only thing that will bring you a little bit closer to having a more relaxed and secure life as we get older. So please, if you've reached this far, give me a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, if you want to book a session with me, get me over on askanolderman.com. Okay, guys? So remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.